The miniature show is an annual tradition. It's been going on now for more than a decade. It's the work of more than 300 artists who donate their work to the museum, and the work is raffled off in January. You can buy a ticket for $5 or a book of tickets for $30, and everyone has the chance to take a small masterpiece home with them. The unifying factor of the exhibition is the size. The works must be no more than 7 by 9, and they can be in any media, and they are. If you're new to the miniatures experience, what you will see when you come into the gallery is a row of boxes underneath a row of miniatures. For old hands, they go about this very methodically. You'll fill out your ticket and you'll place it in the box of your choice. And don't worry if the box is full. We empty the box on a daily basis. It doesn't diminish your choice if the box is full. In fact, with the most popular miniatures, we will sometimes have to empty the box 2 or 3 times daily. I'd like to point out 2 works in the exhibition of which we're particularly proud. One is a miniature by David Laguerre entitled Soberanous Rocks. David Laguerre is one of the most famous and celebrated artists here in Monterey County. David lives in Corral de Tierra, and his work frequently reflects that landscape. He is also drawn to Big Sur and has been painting the Big Sur coast for a number of years. He originally came to this area because of his love of the poetry of Robinson Jeffers. We also have an untitled miniature by Vern Trinidad. Vern is on the museum staff. He works in the curatorial department as an art installer. In fact, this beautiful installation is the result of Vern's work, and so it's also wonderful to see his own painting, his own miniature, as part of this exhibition. Donald Anderson submitted this miniature to us this year. It's a great example of not only the variety of miniatures and the types of work that people are doing in the community. It's a clever example of the use of photography. He's created a work with film positives in an acrylic box called Ladies That Served, and it's these row of cafeteria women. It's an historic photograph. It's quite delightful. Donald has just recently retired from the art department, where he was active in photography at Monterey Peninsula College. This exhibition, in the few years that I've been here, I've been at the museum now almost 4 years, the quality of the work continues to rise every year. The competition is fierce for some of the pieces. This is a work by Chris Sawyer entitled Owl. It's a welded metal piece. We've had very few pieces of sculpture submitted to miniatures until fairly recently. There's an historical reason for this. I like to characterize Monterey as a flat art town, because the first artists who came here were painters, and that historic tradition of painting and then later photography, so all two-dimensional work has been our great legacy. Increasingly, we're seeing more and more sculpture. This owl is one of my particular favorites, and I'd like to caution everyone that I'll be putting several tickets in the box on a daily basis.